Parents of kids who've been to jail or prison, what's something they did that actually impressed you? When my son Javier got a 5-year sentence for armed robbery at 19, I basically wrote him off. Kid was always wild, running with the wrong crowd since middle school, getting into fights, stealing from neighbors. When he got caught robbing a gas station with a fake gun, I wasn't even shocked anymore, just disappointed. I told him straight up when they sentenced him that he was dead to me. Harsh? Maybe. But I'd spent 15 years watching him destroy everything good in his life, and mine too. His mom left us when he was 12 because she couldn't handle his constant trouble. Now here I was, 53 years old, sitting in a courtroom listening to them read off his sentence like some damn statistic. First year I didn't visit, didn't take his calls, let him rot. Figured maybe prison would finally teach him what I couldn't. My brother Carlos kept telling me I was being too hard, but Carlos didn't have to deal with getting calls from school every week, or finding stolen stuff hidden in his bedroom. Then I got this weird call from some lady named Beth at the victim's restitution office. She said Javier owed about $24,000 to the gas station owner and his employee who got traumatized. Standard stuff, except she was calling to tell me something that made no sense. Your son has already paid back half of what he owes, she said. $12,000 so far. I literally laughed. Lady, you got the wrong family. My kid never had $12, let alone $12,000. But she kept going. Turns out Javier had been working in the prison woodshop, making these intricate chess sets and custom picture frames. Real fancy stuff, not the ugly ashtrays you'd expect from prison crafts. The state had this program where inmates could sell their work through some official catalog, and everything Javier made got bought up fast. Here's the part that floored me. Instead of spending that money on ramen noodles or phone calls home, he was sending every single penny to his victims. 2 years of 10-hour days in that workshop, sawdust under his fingernails, learning how to carve detailed pieces by hand from some old lifer who'd been doing woodwork for decades. Beth told me they'd never seen anything like it. Most inmates who even bothered with restitution would send maybe $50 here and there. Javier was sending checks for hundreds of dollars every month, with little notes apologizing and promising to pay everything back. I hung up and just sat there for like an hour. This was the same kid who used to steal money from my wallet to buy weed. The same kid who pawned his grandmother's ring for beer money. Now he's working himself to death to pay back people he robbed. I drove to the prison the next weekend. Hadn't seen him in 2 years, and he looked completely different. Bigger, calmer, had these thick calluses on his hands from all the woodwork. When he saw me through the glass, he didn't even look surprised. Heard about the restitution, I said. He just shrugged. Yeah, should have the rest paid off by next year. Maybe sooner if I can get more orders. Why? I asked him. Nobody's making you do this. He was quiet for a minute, then looked me right in the eyes. I took from people, Dad. It was on me to give it back, with interest. That's when I lost it. Started crying right there in the visiting room like some old fool. This kid who I thought was hopeless had figured out something about responsibility that took me 40 years to learn. By his 4th year, he'd paid the full $24,000 plus an extra $3,000 he donated to some youth center that ran anti-gang programs. The gas station owner actually wrote him a letter saying he forgave him and was proud of his turnaround. When Javier got out last spring, first thing he did was hug me and hand me a wooden jewelry box he'd made. Had my name carved into the lid with these tiny flowers around it. Took him 6 months to finish it, working on it during his free time after already putting in full days on other projects.